Hey guys, Phil Monteleone, the book peddler, coming to you with another YouTube video. It's been about 5 or 6 months since I posted a formal video, and I miss you guys. So I just wanted to come on, say hi. I did some picking this week, so I wanted to show you the titles that I got in. Really great stuff as usual. And yeah, I haven't posted in a while. I had a lot of early setbacks at the beginning of last year, so I really had to hone in on the business. And look, if YouTube paid me the big bucks, I'd make more videos, trust me. But my source of income is selling books. So if you're new to the channel, I have two brick and mortar shops in upstate New York, and with two different selling formats. Basically, I buy and sell on a daily, weekly, monthly basis all throughout the year, and on different platforms. So you can check out the links in the description. I have been running live book auctions through Whatnot. I plan on doing them every Friday throughout this year, and sometimes Tuesday shows where you get to pick the books. Some of the books I'll show you today are actually going up on the auction tonight. I have an auction tonight. When this comes out, I'll be running them, so you can check them out, okay? And other than that, the thing I'll say before I show the books is I did an closed Irish bookstore pick months back. And I said, whoever has the best Irish joke will get 20% off anything $100 and down, whatever gets the most likes. And there was minimal participation, but Bob Drake, you won it. So I'm going to reach out to you, Bob. I hope you've been well. And I'll send you a thing through eBay so that you can pick your book and get a percentage off. So with that being said, I'm going to show you the books. Hope you all are well out there, and I hope you enjoy the material that I found. Let's start with this one. I bought a box of books out, and this was one of them, Tales of Mystery and Imagination by Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe is still a very hot seller in the shop. Look at the spine there. And online. And also some Sherlock Holmes, which I'll show you. And I saw this book, so regardless, I was going to buy it because it's Edgar Allan Poe. But, I also saw the publisher here, and I knew I needed it. So, Brentano's, New York, quality. So these are the cloth boards. This one board is, I don't know if you can see it, it slopes upward a bit, but it's just filled with awesome illustrations. I'll show you that. And this was a fantastic buy. Now, there is a London publication of this book with fine binding and in a slip box, and that goes for much more, but this was still such a solid find, so I was very happy with that. Show you some more illustrations. And actually, I'll show you a book that I picked up at the end of this, Edgar Allan Poe related, out of a bookstore, with a little bit of a story. So that was cool. That was the first one I want to show you. Here's the second book out of that lot. It's a really beautiful, large family Bible, all leather. It has some condition issues, but I've been having a phenomenal success selling these large Bibles. There's illustrations throughout. I mean, I'm sure most of you have seen these. This is nothing of, exceptional find, but it's always a solid sale for me. And I also bought some of the best Bibles I've ever come across last year, actually. A King James 15, I believe, or 13. And then another one, what's it called now? Sorry, it was a 1613 King James Household Bible and a 1599 Geneva Bible. So you can see the old video I posted last year of those. Let's get you some more books. So I picked up a beautiful copy of Alice in Wonderland. This is actually going on the Whatnot show, and you can't go wrong with Alice and Wonderland. Every time I see an Alice in Wonderland, no matter the format, I pick it up. Gorgeous illustrations. And then these two books here, I mean, it seems like on Whatnot, people love the bindings. So pretty decorative bindings are going really well. So I scooped them up. I would have scooped them up anyways, but they're probably better off going in one of my shows than being listed on eBay currently. And then I always get the little leather, Christian titles here. The Psalms, Christian Worship, 1810. And here's one that I think it's 1833 on The Mother at Home. So, cute little leather book. So there you go. And then I got a bunch of, I'm not going to show you everything I got out of the box, but these little cloth books, different etiquettes, some of them poetry. And again, there's another nice decorative cloth binding. So I picked that up. Very beautiful presentation books. So now I'll take you to the next pick I was on. Bunch of Folio Society ones. I've been buying off of these folks for the last probably 5 years as they slowly purge out their library. It's one of my favorite ones. And Folio Society I always do really well with. This one's Arcade Press. They just made beautiful quality books, wonderful illustrations. Let me show you this one first. How to See Fairies. In the nice slip box. And I've had great luck with Folio Society. People are definitely still buying and collecting them. So there you go right there. The London publications. Just filled with beautiful illustrations. I love these books. And they usually sell at a really good speed for me. Here we go. Dune, The God Emperor. And they just really take care of their books well. Now, some of the Folio Societies will be signed and are limited number. These aren't that, and those go for an incredible amount of money. But so I love picking up these Folio Societies. Look at the illustrations, just so sharp. It's like on a particular type of paper there, matted. And then I've got a couple over here. I'm working with really limited space, guys. My shop's brutal right now. Steve Brusatte, Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs, and The Rise and Reign of the Mammals. Gorgeous books. I'll show you a little bit inside of these. Just again, look at the artwork. I like these much better than Easton Press books. So, let me see the title page here. And then I'll show you some of the gorgeous pullouts. Well, actually, I can't really show you the pullouts. It's just too much. But there you go. Look at the sharp photography. Mammoth. Really, really awesome stuff. And then, of course, you know, Sherlock Holmes remains a great seller of mine. So, beautiful 9-volume box set. So these will be listed on eBay. All the ones here, they're going up or are up currently. And then anytime you see a J.R.R. Tolkien Hobbit book, always am scooping it up. And I'll show you some of the illustrations in this. Just gorgeous stuff. And then, of course, as promised, I'll show you a little gem that I found in a bookstore about a couple months ago. Here we go. So I'm actually selling that on Whatnot tonight. But yeah, Tolkien is the hottest still. Tolkien, Alice in Wonderland, you can't go wrong. Alright guys, so I started with an Edgar Allan Poe book, and I'm going to cap this video off with the Edgar Allan Poe book. I'll take you to the table in a minute, but let me set it first. So I was out on a hot day in a area away from here, and I went into a bookstore. And I do, from time to time, like if I'm doing something like that, I kind of like to see the area and source out different bookstores and try to, you know, combine a little business with pleasure, I guess. But I picked up this book. It's a Burton's Gentleman's Magazine, the full bound year 1840. And yeah, so part of that was checking out some bookstores. This bookstore in particularly dealt with more so contemporary work. And whenever I'm in the field and I see a store that maybe they, for instance, maybe they're deal with predominantly like science fiction or a poetry, whatever can be found in the store that's out of context as not as valuable to the owner because they want to stay in their field of expertise or what they enjoy doing or what brings them the most money, they tend to let other material go at a you know, a much less rate. So I went and checked out this shop's antiquarian area, which a lot of it was reduced pricing, and happened upon this. I actually bought a box of books, and I flipped the set immediately that paid for it all. So it was a great day. But this book here, you see, you don't always need to know everything, but I think your instincts and just your the detail that your eye starts picking up the longer you're in this business, and refine that eye really adds to your advantage. And it's, you know, it's just handling material and pattern recognition and stuff like this. So I didn't need to know everything about this book or look up everything about it before I made a decision, because sometimes, in most cases, I don't have the time to do that, and a decision has to be made on the spot. So your resources can be limited depending on where you're at. So I'm going to show you this book. So I see it was bound in the 3/4 leather, and I opened it up, and there was a couple things that really caught my eye in the beginning. Here's the title page. Now, usually I come across a lot of ladies' magazines. I don't come across a lot of gentlemen's magazines. You know, that have to do with etiquette or fashion of the day. So that was one thing that kind of keyed me off. And then I saw that right there, edited Edgar Allan Poe. I said, okay, that's interesting. I turned the page. I immediately see George Cruikshank, famous British illustrator, have sold tons of books that he was involved with illustrations, very well known. And I come to this. I see the Journal of Julius Rodman, being an account of the first passage across the Rocky Mountain of North America ever achieved by civilized man. It's a fictionalized account written by Poe. It was first published in this. This is the first publication in serialized form, so a month-to-month basis. And it's about this man's travel across the Rocky Mountains. So I said to myself, well, that's real cool. There's also other Poe publications within this book, and ones like this, the metempsychosis and esoteric work. Here's one on Stonehenge, and we'll show you the Stonehenge right there. So basically, when I'm looking at these magazines, I'm looking at the content and everything. There's one in there on the Hudson River, and it was really cool. And obviously Edgar Allan Poe, the big name, and apparently he helped edit this magazine for a short frame of time to help publicize it. But that is the first serialized format of Edgar Allan Poe's work. It's not as well of a known story as his other ones, but nonetheless, it's a first showing and presentation of that work. So I didn't know all of that background information. I told you just the key things that started clicking on little receptors in my brain that said, buy it. It's worth taking a small gamble on something like that. I didn't have access to a phone where I could look everything up, but you know, you just recognize certain things like Cruikshank, Poe, stuff like this, the content. And so, yeah, it turned out to be really awesome buy, and it was a good date too. So it was a successful time all around, right? So that was a fun book buy. And this year, actually, I made some of the best buys I've ever made this last year. And don't hold me to it, but maybe in future videos, I'll show you some of those. And of course, always check out Book Peddler Phil on eBay. You can see the stuff going up. I can't always show you everything in the videos. Obviously, you know that if you've been a long time follower of the channel. But nonetheless, I try to give you a glimpse into what I'm doing and my experiences in and out of the shop, all surrounding this life as a bookstore owner in upstate New York. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to be back with you really soon. Check out the links, check out the live auctions if that's your thing, and I hope wherever you are, you're warm and happy. So, hey, till next time, guys, we'll see you.